What's up, guys? Intelitech Studios here, and we're gonna have okay, I'm not redoing that. And today we have a living room vacuuming video of the Kirby Ultimate G3 Diamond Edition. At least I believe that's what it's called. I'm very new to the whole Kirby things. Oh wow, this still has the plastic on it. I didn't even notice that. So it's the Ultimate G Diamond Edition with Micron Magic HEPA filtration. Although there is, I believe, a paper bag in here, so no HEPA, but I'm not going to bother to get HEPA back for this thing until that bag is full, because I don't really use it often enough to warrant throwing away that bag. So, yeah, this is the Kirby that I got recently in a vacuum save video. The only thing that was wrong with it was it just needed a belt. Literally, that's it. The machine's in excellent condition. It has plenty of, accessories with it. Sorry, my mind just went blank for a sec. But yeah, it comes with all the accessories and everything, or it came with all the accessories, I should say, and that's really nice. So for the basically free that I got it for, I'm not complaining one bit. I may not be the biggest fan of Kirby's, but for something that's free, I can't complain. So as you can see, it is still a little bit, in need of a polish. The only other thing that's wrong with it is it doesn't need a headlight, but I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I could replace that. I probably will at some point, but I don't know. I'm just not really all that concerned. I don't use this machine often enough to really warrant that sort of a thing. But looking at the bottom of this, you can see the brush roll. It's actually got some stuff wrapped around it from the few times that I've used it. But you can see the bristles are awfully spaced out. I've heard this is like some special pet brush, like pet hair brush, that I'm assuming the bristles are spaced out to prevent like hair tangles and stuff, although obviously doesn't really do that too well. So a lot of wooden brush rollers that I see on machines like the Clear Track and stuff like that do a very good job of resisting hair tangles. This one not so much, but not a big deal. You can see, Cleveland, Ohio. The 7-amp motor and model G7D. Okay, interesting. A Scott Fetzer company. I did not know that. So that's the rating sticker, and yeah, like all this, it's not really badly rusted or anything. The wheels are in good shape. There's not much to complain about as far as the condition. I don't know when this machine was manufactured, but oh, that was a big thunk right there. But I'm sure it's alright. Oh, and trying to get this with one hand is obviously a chore. But you can see in there, classic paper Kirby Micron Magic bag. I will say it does seem to filter pretty well because I don't see any dust on the inside of this. So, seems like it's doing an okay job. But yeah, so that is that, and it's also got this little switch down here. I forgot which direction is which. I believe this is higher power, this is lower power. But yeah, so transmission, everything on it works great. It has great airflow. It's incredibly heavy, so obviously I'm not a fan of it as far as potentially a daily driver, because this is just way too heavy. I'd much rather use, if I'm going to use a direct air machine that doesn't have easy access tools, I'm going to use an Elite. So that's just my preference, or even an Auric. I'm sure this might perform better than those machines, and I say might because I actually don't know. But, still nice to have. It's nice that I now have a Kirby in the collection. This seems to be a relatively popular one among collectors, and I can see why. It does move pretty nicely, and I don't have too many complaints about it, at least once the actual drive is in place. So, with that said, we'll go ahead and vacuum the living room. Well, that's great. Don't you love how far this bag sticks out, that it actually knocks stuff off of tables? Isn't that wonderful? So now all of my software CDs are just thrown all about. Urgh. Okay. Now that better not fall again. Well, that's the Kirby. And, yeah. So, this is not the worst Kirby that I've used. But, I mean, I guess it's the best. But that's not saying a lot, because I still don't really like it all that much. It's nice to have in the collection, but as far as actually using it, I don't know how much I like it. I actually like using the tools a lot more, believe it or not. Because the hose on it is really nice, the attachments are really good, the zip brush, I've been using that on occasion, and it's really nice. So, but obviously if you want attachments, and you want a machine that's primarily for attachments, this is literally, and I mean literally, the last machine that I would pick for that function. So, yeah, I'm still not much of a Kirby person, but I'm not as averted to them as I used to be. A little more open. So, the machine does clean well. When you have the transmission in place, it does glide fairly effortlessly. The problem is that, you know, you're not going to be using the self-propel when you're putting it in your closet or carrying it upstairs or anything like that. So, it really is useless in the sense that, yeah, it makes it easier when you're using the machine, but then at that point, that's added weight because of the transmission. That's all of that weight is added that hurts you anytime you're not using the transmission. And then it also makes it to where the machine ironically can't propel itself as much without needing more power from the transmission, because the transmission adds extra weight. So it just kind of evens itself out to the point where it's just not very pleasant. Because you heard it. I mean, I've seen Kirby's that are like freshly serviced, or Kirby's that are brand new that sound this way. Because I've listened to Kirby's that are about the age of this machine where they make that horrible grinding noise, or like that horrible whiny, screechy grinding noise. And I'm thinking to myself, this machine's broken. There's something wrong with it. No. Like, unless I'm missing something, like, it's supposed to sound like that. And anytime you're using the transmission and you stop it on a couch or on a box or anything like that, it makes that horrible screeching noise from presumably the transmission gears grinding on each other or something to that effect. And and yeah, it's like all metal, so it's built well. Like, these things are durable, they last forever. Obviously, knock on metal, these things are very solid built machines. But you can, for the $2,000 you spend on this thing, you can get another machine that's also very overpriced and also lasts forever, but is a better, nicer machine to use. And I don't know what that machine would be, but it's probably something. And yeah, so this isn't a review or anything. This is just me vacuuming the living room and then ranting about this as far as like a first impressions once it's working. The belt change also was more of a hassle than it should have been, but in the end it wasn't too complicated. It's not hard. There's just a lot of steps because you gotta lift the thing up, you gotta twist it, and then you gotta pull the whole thing out, disassemble the base, and then stretch the new belt over the weird little hook, twist it back on, hope it doesn't get bunched up in the process, and then, seal it back down, twist the thing again, pop the cover down, and go on your merry way. So, yeah, it's a decent machine, it cleans well, it's obviously built very well, it's durable, all the fundamentals are there. It cleans well, and it's durable, and it'll last forever. Like, it's a pretty solid foundation for a machine. But at the same time, I just don't like using it. On a rare occasion, I enjoy using this thing. So, and of course there's the issue that these always have where after a very short period of time, this base doesn't, it doesn't lock in, so you pick the thing up and it just droops down like a sock. And it's just, I don't know. I can't at all support the idea of Kirby's, especially with like a lot of the very questionable like multi-level marketing door-to-door schemes that they've been known to pull over the years. So there's just numerous reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of Kirby vacuums or the company in general. That being said, this machine is good enough to stay in my collection, especially given the fact that once I give it a good polish, throw in a light bulb, I already have all the accessories with it. I have an entirely unused shampoo kit, and I've heard so many awful things about the shampoo kit that I don't even want to try it. So if anyone wants that, I'll probably sell it to them for not all that much money. I don't know how much those shampoo kits are supposed to go for, but I have one that's like comes with this that's completely unused. I think I might even have two of them actually. And also I found out that the other Kirby I have that's sitting in the shed is also this exact unit. So if someone wants one of these for parts to fix it up, throw a new cord on it, throw a new hood on it, and get it running, then that's for sale as well. So anyways, that's the Kirby Ultimate G3 Diamond, whatever it's called. And this is Intelitech Studios signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace.